What I found is, because it's flights and stuff and it's booking for people, I would go to bed thinking, oh my God, did I book that? Did I get their transfer? Did I do that? Did I do that? And then I get up in the morning, go down into my office, and it's still that. And there was not enough break time of going out of the house and breaking it down. So that's why, for me, working from home cannot run at all.
Yeah. So
I need I need my safe space.
I totally get that. Like years ago, when I first started my business, I used to, you know, I was fresh in it, and I was like, I was thinking more of a thing where, like, in what the line of work I was doing, like, I was thinking out of the box, but it wasn't good for me because I was thinking, like, open as late as possible. Like, at one stage my website said open to 10 o'clock, then I pushed it back to 9, then to 8 o'clock. But I was thinking more. It's
trial and error as well.
Yeah,
you have to trial that first to see how that works.
But the reason being that was on a Friday and Saturday, because I used to thinking what I was doing on a weekend when, like, people get to their venues and stuff, and something is not working, then they'll give you a call and that sort of stuff. That's the only reason I done that in mine. And I never used to get any calls at that time, but that was the reason behind it.
Pattern, yeah.
One day, a old bloke called me up and he says, it's like 9:45, and he called me up and he was like, yeah, I hope I'm not calling you too late, but I said, I noticed you're open to 10 o'clock. And we had a good conversation. That must have been, you know, he's probably retired and whatnot. Yeah. And, you know, we had a good conversation, and, you know, I told him to call back, and we had a conversation. He says, yeah, it's cool, and I'll give you a call Monday and blah, blah, blah. But then there was a stage when I would be like, it was just linear. There was no cut off. You know what I mean? I was just doing these things at all times. Now, all times a day, all times now. Now, I don't care. I put it back from 8 to 7. I put it back to 6. Then I went 5:30. Then I went 5 o'clock. Last year, I put it back to 4 o'clock. But I've kind of changed it. I give myself a buffer. I still work. If someone calls me up until 5 o'clock, I will answer it because it's still reasonable.
Yeah.
But the reason why I done it, because before, when it was busy and it could get stressful when you were doing a lot and it's just constant, there was no time limit. So now
there's an expectation with that as well.
I don't even look at email. I don't look at email. If the phone rings after a certain time, I don't even answer it or reply. And if I do, if I'm busy in the morning, or I'm going to be out, or, you know, of appointments and whatnot, I was then, because that's at my choice, I would schedule emails.
Okay.
And I set them to send 5 minutes after opening time. Nice. Because I don't set them to schedule them for 8 a.m. So when someone gets up and they see it, and then they be on the phone, and because, like, you know, I get people calling at stupid o'clock in the morning and late night.